You're watching The Breakfast Club.
What up, y'all? It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have a special guest in the building.
Very talented young lady.
Let me tell you
with beautiful skin.
How our interns put it. They put Tish Hyman, commonly known as Tish, is a lesbian American singer, songwriter, and rapper.
That's a terrible introduction.
Yeah, that's a horrible introduction.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
But we got Tish in the building. You from the Bronx, Tish?
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx, from the BX, 198 Valentine.
Okay. What put you out in L.A.? Because you live in L.A. now, right?
Yeah, I live there now. I was living in the Bronx for a while, and then I met this dude from Brooklyn, and he was like, producing, and we started working together. And then he took me to Malibu. Like the first week I met him, he was like, just come to Malibu. And I was like, all right. Wound up in Malibu, and I was like, yo, weed is not a crime here. I'm totally
Weed is not a crime here?
Yeah, I was like, I'm totally moving here. And
You still got a real New York vibe, though.
Oh, yeah, all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here years. Like, I grew up here my whole life. So, I left when I was like 26. So, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
One of the records that caught my attention was Subway Art.
Yes.
And I thought that was really, really dope. Now, what inspired that, other than Subways?
Well, just living here, other than Subways. Well, really what it was is just that, like, when I started doing this album, I wanted to do an album that kind of, like, reflected the person that I am and some of the things that made me who I am. And one of those things was just, like, I rode the train a lot, and I was always trying to get to work and get to different places. And I saw people getting on the trains and doing that every day. And as a kid, I felt way more connected and just sad about this, growing up and seeing so much poverty. And I just, when it was time to do the album, I just said I wanted to make a song that reflected how I felt about that. And no one's ever really done a song about New York City, the way that the trains run and like how it is. And it's kind of like art because there's nothing you can do to kind of change it. It's just there. No matter when you get on the train, what time, you're going to see someone on there that's asking for something.
Did you ever perform on the train?
No, I didn't perform on the train.
That hat is perfect for collecting money, by the way. When you're performing on the subway.
Word, you know what I'm saying? I got my face beat. I might get on the train today, make a couple coins if I take my ass back to L.A.
Now, you started off as a battle rapper?
Yeah,
You was battling everybody.
I was battling. I was doing like the Fat Beats battle downtown back in the day, and like underground battles on like Edgemont and like Harlem and just street shit.
So why'd you never perform on the train? That seemed like that'd be like a natural thing for you.
Because I was too gangster for that shit. I was like,
I was
at that time,
you see in the movies,
She sings too, though.
Nah, but at that time I was battle rapping. At that time I was a different type of girl.
That's what you
so
see in the
I
movies.
was like, I ain't gonna sing on the train. F that. I'll go get something though. You know what I'm saying? I was still street at that time, so there was other ways about getting money.
Was it hard for you being a female, being a battle rapper? Because they're very far and few.
Yeah, what I used to do was roll with real. I think when you roll with real street dudes, like you can kind of throw your weight around a little bit,
right.
And I was not like phased by the gay dyke bitch. I would come so fresh and with so many real dudes that was ready to pop that I could say
something
some
disrespectful,
shit. I'll tell them in the rap, like, you can get mad if you want, but my man in the back will make sure the gun's in the front type,
okay.
like that whole thing,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you experienced a lot of that growing up in New York, though? Like, I guess, what they call it, homophobia, hate?
Well, to an extent, I've always been really cool and, like, outgoing. People always take to my personality, so even if a person, like, I grew up around a lot of Jamaicans, and they just was not.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
They was not feeling it, but they loved me for some reason. They really loved me. Yeah. So it would be like, they'd be like, Tish, I love you so. You're such a sweet girl. But why you gay? Don't you know you're going to burn in hell? You know that, right? It's a shame. While we're eating breakfast and shit, I'm like, yeah, it is a shame. I know. Okay. I'm going to light that blunt now? All right.
Now, a lot of people aren't so open about their sexuality in the industry. Like, why did you decide to be?
I mean, I just didn't want it to be a surprise. I feel like it's the smallest thing about me. Like, it's like such a minuscule fact. It's whatever. So I was like, it's no reason to hide it. It's not like I'm walking around like I'm the gay, this and that, la, la, la. I'm just an artist that makes music from my heart. And, I enjoy just the company of women, But
so do I.
I love my dudes, my niggas is cool. We cool. We can smoke. We can talk it out.
now, you've been making a lot of money doing songwriting behind the scenes too, right?
No, I haven't made a lot of money. behind the
So
scenes.
a nice living.
I've been getting a lot of promotion through making art songs. I have to be clear about this because people think there's so much money in it, and maybe at a time there was, and maybe there's a potential to be if you are, the cream rises to the top. But no, I want to kill everybody's misconception. All you fake rappers that want to rap because you think there's money, don't do it. Go to school because it's not necessarily like that if you don't love it.
You work with Puff, you work with Ty Dolla Sign, you work with a host of, you work with a bunch of people.
I say this with all this in mind. I know.
So what's the? So it's no bag, a little bag.
It's like this.
You get up and move to LA.
So here's the thing. I got to LA. I was sleeping on a friend's couch.
Okay.
Homeless,
as they like to call it.
Basically, yes. Basically, that's how I spent most of my life, honestly, and that's why I'm so nice to people because people are so nice to me.
That's real.
But so basically, I moved to LA. I was sleeping on the couch. I called my old boss, who's like one of my best friends, and I said to her, "I'm living my dreams. I'm sleeping on the couch." She says, "Where are you living?" I said, "I'm at the Palazzo." She says, "I hate the Palazzo. Come live with me. I got an extra bedroom and bathroom. You can stay here for free."
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I had a place to live. Now I just had to get to and from studios because at the time when I got there, I was a desired writer because I wrote songs for a young man who got signed to Interscope. I did not get paid for that, by the way.
What's his
just
name?
So you guys know. His name was Asan Watts. He was 12 years old and his voice was incredible. And I wrote most of the album. So that album was floating around on publishers' desks. Pay attention, guys, so that you understand how this kind of can work. There's many ways, but this is just one way. Mm-hmm. I got to LA. I start writing sessions. Now people are paying for me to go to and from the studio. Mm-hmm. They're paying for my lunch. I'm like, I'll go to the studio. You got to give me lunch. You got to get me there.
Got you.
I was so hood. I didn't really give a shit. I'm in Hollywood. It was the
you
best
needed
time of my
somebody
life.
negotiating that for you, Tish.
I was doing that shit myself. I'm a G. I don't give a. I'm not afraid to ask.
But a sandwich?
I mean, look.
and a car ride.
Because really, it was. I was just happy to be working. I was getting the songs, and I knew that these songs were maybe gonna be somewhere.
Gotcha.
So I got published with Universal, and when I got published is when I got a check, and I got a check that I negotiated. Those checks are not usually at that place. I just really was good at negotiating. I was in the mortgage business for 5 years in New York for a while, so I kind of built a little bit. I kind of know how to negotiate a bit. So, we had a good negotiation. I got a great deal with Ethiopia at Universal, and that was my check that I got. That one check I got in 2012
was a publishing check, right?
Was a publishing check. I thought I would get many of those checks.
That's what everybody said. They keep coming.
Wrong.
They keep coming.
They don't keep coming. Now, I don't know what's happening with other people, but for me, it wasn't like that. I got a one big check. I blew that shit in like a year, by the way.
What'd you buy?
I hooked up on my friends. I was going, hey, I was just doing like dumb shit. Like buying furniture for my moms and this and that, like giving them money, Christmas for kids, all of that. It was fun. I don't regret it, but I did all of that.
Right.
When I ran out of money and I went back to try to get more money, it was like, well, you don't really have any more money in here, And it took a couple years for me to place.
They got to be able to say, well, let me see what you got coming in the pipeline.
Exactly. And then it was, and things in the pipeline don't always add up to hits. Like people always like to throw around that I worked with Kanye. It's like, okay, let me describe that. I met Kanye at his house in Malibu. It was so lovely. It was so awesome and honored to be around him, talking to him, like playing him my shit. I played him my song. He heard like 2 songs. He loved them both. And then he was like, will you work on some of the stuff on my album? And then he had to go. Obviously, he's Kanye. He's not going to be in there with me all day. He had to go. And I worked on some ideas for his album. He wasn't in the room, and honestly, I didn't stay long because how I like to work is like with an artist or not at all. I was totally just fine with meeting Kanye West. Mm-hmm. But, people like to upsell that, and I understand, but this is to be clear because I enjoy that. It was The Life of Pablo.
Okay,
all these records that he's working on, a lot of them that he released, I heard before, and I was trying to do things. But I just felt like he's so amazing. I was like, he don't need me for this. I want him to use my voice. You know what I'm saying? So that was a great experience. Alicia Keys, we went in and we worked on about 4 or 5 records. They're all amazing. She cut all of them. But however she decides to put out an album or whenever she decides to put out albums on her, if you're sitting there waiting on that, that's really not a healthy place to be in business-wise.
So when do you decide what you're going to give to an artist or what you're going to keep?
All of it in the beginning I was given to artists because I made it for the purpose of that. When I made the album, I just knew the album was the album, and I was not even considering giving anything to anyone.
Mm-hmm. That was Subway Art.
Subway Art, Let's Be Honest. I have a whole project called Dedicated To that I released like 10 days ago. You guys should go online and check it out. My heart and soul is on the album. I'm so honest. I rap on it, I sing on it, I laugh on it, I cry on it. It's just like my everything. And I never had any intentions of really giving it to anyone because they're very descriptive songs. Like there's only certain people, certain perspectives that could really sing it, and it's just probably just me.
So when you write these records for like Alicia Keys or whoever, you don't get paid until they actually come out, till they get placed on something?
Yeah.
They gotta get placed down.
And it's like, you
So
know,
it's a labor of love, basically.
yeah, like for me, these experiences for me just meant like bigger things to me. Like, oh, I've loved Alicia Keys since I was very young. I've looked up to her. To have her respect my music enough for me to come out and work on her stuff is amazing. Whatever she does with the album, she does the album. Like, I'm not sitting here hoping on that. That's why I did my album, because I didn't want to be in a position where I'm like wanting more from these people than they really are prepared to give me. So now me and Alicia have a really cool relationship. It's not like I'm harassing her, like, when you putting out this album, when you gonna put it out, and then I'm getting aggravated with her because it's not out. It's like, yo, that was a fun experience, you know what I'm saying? But how you doing? You know, it's like just regular. And I like it like that because I'm just on some old school with it, you know?
Do you find it weird that talented people have the hardest time in the industry?
What do you mean?
I don't know what explain.
Really talented people. Like, I'm talking about like the ones you hear and you be like, oh, she's incredible.
The geniuses of the industry.
Like the ones that can really sing, the ones that can really rap, like yourself. They seem like they have the hardest times breaking through in the industry.
I think that a lot of people have different struggles in their pursuit to wherever they want to be. And it might seem like somebody had it easy in this place, but in another area it wasn't so easy. So whereas a rapper, like hypothetically, a rapper just started rapping last week and he gets a deal, he has a hit record that sounds like shit or whatever, and everybody's promoting it and playing it. Who knows what happened to this person in their earlier life that was just horrible and they got to this point. My thing is, I'm tired of people who actually have talent cloning themselves behind someone else's.
That's
like,
what happens
thing.
a lot. You know, it's funny that you said that. That's what happens a lot.
It's fucking annoying. It's like, you can rap, you can sing, you could do you. Like, why the fuck are you like trying to sound like it's like clones?
But it
and
happens all
that's
the time, especially with artists that are that good. A lot of times they're so focused on the music, they don't care about the business side, and then it's too late. Somebody then took their whole thing. Like if you look at Missy Elliott, you look at Timbaland, you look at Pharrell. These are all geniuses that, but at first, people took advantage of them, and they were basically working in the basement, putting out hits for other people. And you see that a lot with artists that are that talented. Like somebody will find that gem and just give them a little bit of money, and they're just so happy to make the music. Like with you said.
That's what I see happening now. Like guys, like, you know, I'm not throwing Kanye under the bus, but they'll bring y'all into the studio, you know, kind of take y'all wave a little bit. And you'll hear your wave on somebody else's album before people even know who you are. Right.
That's all on your own business. You know what I'm saying? I think that it depends on, you have to teach people how to handle business with you. Like I teach people how to operate with Tish. I don't care what any other artist is doing. I don't care what any other artist has done. I don't care about anyone else's business dealings. I focus on my own. And I believe in being fair in terms of everything, work, life, just as a person. So I don't really have these issues. I think that what happens is people tend to misunderstand the situation they're in. And that could just be because they're naive and young or whatever. Like, I'm in this position I'm in because I had a long time before being in this position to be naive, to be young, to be dumb, to f up big time. You know what I'm saying? And that's why my album is what it's about. I don't think that I'm going to have a hard time breaking through. I just think that it takes time to break through.
Now, with you being a battle rapper, how do you look at New York music now? You know, you got A Boogie from the Bronx.
I don't know much of his stuff.
Okay, what about Young M.A.? No, not too much. Okay, well, who do you listen to? Do you listen to any New York music?
Right now, I'm listening to Ro James. I love him. I'm listening to Dreezy.
Dreezy from New York?
Dreezy's from Chicago. I'm just talking about who I'm listening to. Because what I listen to has nothing to do with where a person's from.
Got you.
I'm listening to Janis Joplin, Tina Turner. I'm listening to like great you know, like Jay-Z, you know, Jasmine Sullivan, Amy. But the rap, I'm a fan of Remy. I'm a fan of Fat Joe. I'm a fan of Big Pun. I'm a fan of old New York more than new York, to be quite real.
BX MC.
Yeah, I'm a fan of old New York. M.O.P. Noriega's like my hero. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of like old New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really rough when I was young, man. I liked all that her shit. I'm 33. Okay. So, you know, I'm not old, but I'm seasoned. I know what the f is cracking. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't a new.
No, I'm not a new. I mean, I might be new to a lot of people out there watching, but I'm definitely a grown-ass woman. I don't lie about my age for a reason. I believe that what I'm speaking about and what I plan to bring to hip-hop, it needs to come from me at my age, because I'm older than a lot of these young ass, dumb ass motherfuckers, and I'm not scared to tell them. You know what I'm saying? And I tell them, oh, like, you don't even understand. There's been times I'll be hanging out with certain rappers, and I'll just be like, look, bro, I just can't deal with this. Okay, I'm gonna leave because maybe I'm too old for this shit, but I think this shit is whack. So I'm gonna go. You know, like I'll have heart to hearts. Like certain rappers that really have a good relationship with me, I could be honest with them. And you know, that's
how you know when you're financially secure. She doesn't have to sell her soul.
Oh, maybe not. She just telling the truth.
No, I am financially smart. I don't make any money off of music, but I'm very financially smart, and I grew to be that way. When I came to LA, I didn't have a bank account. You know, I was in check systems. I've been through it. I've had an EBT card. You know, I learned to be that way. I grew to be that way. But yes, I am financially smart. I'm not kissing ass to get anywhere I don't need to.
How'd you go from a battle rapper to being a broker?
I took advantage of the opportunities given to me, y'all. Y'all got to take advantage of your opportunities. I met this Jewish woman when I was 18. She thought I was smart. She was like 13 years older than me. She's still one of my best friends. And literally, her family basically took me out of the Bronx, moved to Manhattan, you know, and it kind of like helped me out a little bit.
Took you out of the Bronx? Like, come live with us, little black girl?
She was like, come live with me, little black girl, basically.
It's like a hip-hop version of The Blind Side.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It was. I was definitely blessed. I mean, at first I was kind of apprehensive. I'm like, what's this lady want? Like, I'm not f***ing this old lady or like nothing. Because she was like 20. She might have been in her 30s or 27. I was like 18, you know? All of these things going through my mind, like, why does she want to help me?
Yeah.
She just wanted to help me. She thought I was talented. She thought I was amazing, and we're still friends. So I was living at her place from like 18 to 20. Like, she moved out a week after she moved me in and moved in with her rich boyfriend. And it was just like, you can stay here.
And she was just paying your rent?
Dude, $3,500 a month at the Long Acre condominiums on 50th and 8th. But dig this, she's such a G. She's a gangster. She ain't even have no bread. She had me staying at the like, I can't even, like, she ain't even have no bread. Like, but she somehow got that crib. Like, it was like 2 years we had a crib. So she moved out. I moved in. I had all my hood dudes up in there. Like, we was chilling. Like I see Jay-Z and them in the daytime, you know, because Def Jam was there, you know.
Wow.
So I would see all of them. Like, I met them. I got to shake their hands. And I was like trying to be out there, like standing outside Def Jam back when it was like actually popping and standing. You know what I mean? Cameron, all of them back in the day, like trying to get on. Yeah.
I feel like it's a big hole in this story. Okay, this white Jewish woman just moves you into a place for 2 years.
I was writing
trying
her.
to f you at all.
No, she didn't. She's not even gay. She's just amazing. Her name is Hope Adams. Hope, and she has a product called Dog Sport, which is like the new wave in how you give your dog water on the go. It's crazy.
So she's still getting money now?
Yeah, she's always gonna be getting money. That's her life. You know what I mean? Like, she just put me on the game, and I was depressed.
That's dope.
And I was living in a studio at the time in the Bronx with these gangster rappers because I had to move out after a while. It was very expensive. So I moved back to the Bronx, and I had to go back through the hood. But I always kept my relationships good, so I was in the hood. And I was living with these gangsters, man, and that was a scary time. I was there for like a year, and I got depressed, and I was like, I didn't have anything to do. She's like, you know what you need to do? You need to get a job. Come work with me. And she bought me my first work clothes. She bought me shoes, everything. Like, and I just went in there, and they're like, it's like that movie, The Big Short, I think it's called.
Yeah, The Big Short.
It was just like that. I walk in there, and I see all these guys with Ferragamos and Gucci and this and that, and I'm like, yo, what the f-? And they're like, so, you want to get on? Read this script. Get us some leads. That was it. But I was like, yo, I fucking was on that shit. And by the time I worked there for 4 years, I already had my own team of like 20 guys. I was making a good 30, 40 a month. I was wilding out, you know?
That's
and
an
I was
ill story.
And I wasn't financially smart because I was going broke every other month. I was just wilding, like buying all kinds of ridiculousness. I think got money and you know it, take it out your pocket and show it. That was my whole life up. I was like, yes, this away and that away. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever look back on the situation and be like, when I needed hope, God actually sent me a woman named Hope?
Absolutely. She is like one of my best friends to this day. Like, and when I come to New York, I stay with her family. Like, I stay at her mom's house. Her mom takes care of me like I'm her own kid. Like, it's crazy. And yeah, just for no reason.
And how did you hook up with Jill Scott?
Jill, it's so funny. Like, it's instant. I met Jill the first day I got to LA. I just went to a house party and she was there, and I was like nervous because I don't really know.
I'm tired of your life already, Tish. You just always randomly running into people that are just so willing to help you.
No, that's one thing. Like, that's how I know that I was supposed to be here because people was just willing to help me, from the dealers on the street to the killers to the wildest people. Like, just always protected me.
But you said it earlier because you're nice to everybody, so people are nice to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's the key. That's what my album's about too, because a lot of people in LA was loving me so much, and they still do, but just like, Tish is so amazing. Oh my God, I love you. And I'll be hanging out with them for years. I'm like, but you don't even know me. Like, you don't really know where I come from. And I didn't feel like I need to sit every single person down I know. Like, well, do you know that, you know, I grew up with my dad, and, you know, I had a hard life growing up. So I put it all in an album, and I was like, after this album, people are going to know me. And they're also going to know that just because something happens to you, it doesn't have to affect your whole entire life. It doesn't have to affect the way you treat people. It doesn't have to affect anything. It just is what it is. You know, so.
Now you say you met Jill in a house party. She was eating
house party,
eating
yes.
chicken wings
I'll be
and
going
celery
on
sticks.
tangents. You got to stop me.
Okay.
All right, so we were chilling at a house party. We wanted to freestyling together for like 10 hours,
You
literally.
and Jill Scott?
Me and Jill Scott.
What year was this?
This was 2011.
That's why I love
couple
Jill
years ago.
Scott, man.
Wow.
Yo, freestyling.
The fact that she would just freestyle randomly
dude,
with
it
somebody.
was even better than I could imagine. I was so nervous. I was like, yo, this is Jill Scott, you know, like, I should wear a button-up shirt. I didn't have a button-up shirt, so I just wore my ripped little tee that I had on.
So did
It was
you
like,
challenge her or something? Like, how did it start?
No, she was just like, hey. As soon as I walked in, I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? And there was a piano there.
She knew who you
And
were?
no, I wasn't nobody. I just came to LA. There was a piano there and a group of people, and it was just like music just being played live, and there was a mic, and I just started drinking, and then I just started spitting because I like to rhyme. That's like, and I like to sing and shit. Like, I just like freestyling. So I start spitting, and she starts spitting, and she just starts bugging like, yo, you nice as like, and I'm like just going in, and she's like, ah. I got everything recorded too, like on MP3s.
That's dope.
Because there was a mic by the pool. And then after that, we just always stayed in touch. Like, I didn't talk to her every day, but like every few months or every holiday, I hit her like, hey Jill, you know, hope you have a great holiday. And then I had a show in LA when I started promoting my album, and I was like, are you in LA? Would you like to come to my show? She was still living in LA at that time, and she was like, all right, I'll come. And I didn't think she was really gonna come. I was like, she's probably gonna get busy. Something's gonna happen. She's not gonna come. She came through like low key in a hoodie and shit. And it was really cool. It was a really good look because everybody's like, oh, Jill Scott was at Tish's show, and she was screaming the loudest. Like, she was just so in it, and she had such a good time. And it was just like,
You opened up for her sometimes too, right?
oh yeah. After that, like I told you, I'm not afraid to try to talk to somebody and say like, yo, this is what I would like you to do, or I need or anything. I'm just not afraid to go for it. And I knew she was going on tour, and I had just had a vocal cord surgery because I had grown a cyst on my vocal cord.
What?
Yeah, that was crazy. So I was like,
Tish, you need a book, a movie, you need
Give her-
everything.
give her
no,
time.
we going
Give her time,
exactly, boo. Cause
Yeah, she got everything
John,
going
what's
on.
up, boo? You know what I'm saying? I've been telling John Singleton for a minute, like I want him to direct my movie.
How the hell you meet John Singleton? That's another story.
Oh, okay,
dude,
Tish.
if I
All
tell you
right.
how I met John, I can't tell you how I met
How'd
John
you meet
Singleton
John
on the
Singleton,
record.
Tish?
That's gotta be off the record talk. But
That
we
sounds very
mad
sketchy.
cool.
Where we at?
What weed spot was y'all in? Where-
Nah, John is just awesome. I just met him through a mutual friend. I walked in her crib. He's sitting on the couch. I'm like, yo, John, I'm chilling with John Singleton. And we just hung out that whole night. And after that, we just stayed cool. And I randomly met his daughter, Justice, and we just became cool on our own joint. I didn't even know she was John's daughter until like months after we were mad cool. And she's like, yeah, my dad's Justice. I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy. And then now, so me and her are really tight on our own relationship. And then me and him just keep running into each other via her now and just like different things. So
I feel like John don't put out enough movies anymore, man. I love John Singleton's work.
you know, he's an older guy now. You know, he was a young man. He was doing a lot of work, and now he's doing what he wants. You know what I'm saying? I guess he's built it up to that. I hope for him to do. I want him to do my movie, and I definitely would like to do other things. Like, cause I have a big idea on what I want to be, and it's not just an artist. I want to get in film and television and creating stuff, and I can create sounds for other artists. I'm just really, really like into being as productive as I can as a person in this world.
And Jill signed you, right?
Yes, we did a partnership.
Jill's never signed an artist,
No,
and she's had a label deal for a long time.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like really like into it, you know. Oh, how did I get on tour? What was the point? How I got on tour with her is I called her. After I got my surgery, I was like, Jill, I just had a vocal cord surgery. I'm back in shape. I really need to hit them hard, you know, because I dropped Subway Art. And like right after I dropped Subway Art, I got hit with this. Like as soon as I was doing a radio run, I noticed my voice was like octaves deep on the Hot 97 interviews and all the interviews I was doing. And I was like, yo, something's going on. We go to the doctor. He's like, you got a cyst. Like, you might like lose your voice completely if you keep singing. Like, I had to be quiet. I had to quit smoking weed. I had to quit drinking. Like, which wasn't the worst thing. The worst thing was having to be quiet because I love to talk. So that sucked. So I called Joe. I was like, look, I want to get back. I got to do something big now. And she was like, I was like, I think I'll be good on your tour. She was like, maybe you would. Like, real mysterious, like really cool. Like, maybe you would. I think you would. I think you could do it. And I was like, but that don't sound like, can I do it? So he was like, I spent like a couple weeks like trying to chase and just figure it out. And then she was like, yes, come on tour. And I was like, the best day ever. Like, I was like, yes.
Did she pay you at least?
What I'm saying? Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, touring is different from publishing. Being an artist is different from being a writer. The respect I got walking in the room as a writer and the respect I get walking in the room as an artist is completely different. I walk in the room as an artist, I can just do whatever I want. I can say what I want. As a writer, you kind of bow to the artist that you're working with. You want them to feel important. You want to be like in their zone. And some of these artists don't know what the hell they even want to do. So it really kind of sucks, Now
you're a black woman and you're a lesbian, two different beautiful struggles. Do you feel like you have to wave the flag for both or?
Absolutely not. I just feel like I have to do all the things that I have in mind that I want to do with my life. What anyone else wants to see for themselves is great, but I'm not here to like fight too many different battles here. I'm here to put a message out there to inspire people, no matter what genre, no matter what sex you are, no matter what race you are, like where you're from. I'm just here to inspire you. I have views on Black Lives Matter. I have views on my black people and what we dealing with, like that type of shit. Absolutely, because that's an overall thing, but I'm not really struck on being a woman in this game or being a lesbian in this game. I feel like it's hard to do anything you want to do. So to single it out, like, that's like, I don't know. I guess that's my version of all lives matter.
Gotcha.
All f***ing struggles matter to me. It's like, what the f*** ever. Just keep grinding. Like, I don't have time for excuses,
Gotcha. Well, you can't leave without giving us some bars.
Yeah, we need some bars.
I mean,
the
come
reason
on.
you got to give us some bars because some people are looking at this like, who the hell is this beautiful woman with this beautiful skin with a great story, but can she really spit?
But thank you, fellas.
I don't know how it's glowing because she came in here with donuts. We the ones eating salad and ginger shots. She came in here with a 12-pack of donuts.
I mean, I didn't eat all the donuts. I only had half of one. So I realized I'm starting to get the hang of these interviews, and I have beats that I actually want to say.
And I don't want to put no pressure on you, but I saw the Sway freestyle, and that was really dope.
That wasn't even my best, to be quite real with you. I wasn't like.
But it was off the top of the head. That's what I was impressed by.
Off the top, always. See, I'm not impressed with doing it off the top. I would really be impressed with doing some crazy killer shit right now.
Yeah, I like the writtens.
Yeah, do some crazy.
But I like the fact that
you like writtens.
I love the writtens because I like to hear people's best. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I thought it was dope because he was naming things and you was going with it, and I thought that was ill.
Yeah, I love freestyling. I grew up in the Bronx, so that's all we do.
I want to hear something.
And that's more fun. All right, so let's try Tale of Two Cities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's Tish here, man. I'm just going to freestyle off the top at the Breakfast Club. I remember when they said I was just a thug, and now I'm spitting freestyles on Breakfast Club. I thought that I was crazy, I was just in love. I know exactly how I do with the drugs. I don't do them too much. I like to do them a little. I like to keep it kind of simple. Pop a crew like a pimple. You really never understand how it is, though. You never understand exactly where I live, so the BX, man. I seen a lot of Don trying to get mad, though. I seen a lot of girls sucking on some mad, and I was rad crazy on some really ratchet. And I was like, damn, have to change, though. Have to put some different things up in my brain, yo. I ain't got the same flow. I got a different angle. I rock it on my wrist, 10,000 on the bangle. Damn, Cartier, yeah. I don't even floss, though. You already know how I do it. I've been a boss flow. Oh, I slipped up, but I could get it back. You know how I do it. You ain't got time to react. No counterattack my attack. I'm strategized. You already know how I do it. I'm twice as live, twice as wise. I'm like a cat with 9-10 lives. I don't really give a damn because I gotta survive from the Bronx all day. I say exactly what I do my way. I used to be down with crews that did gunplay. Now I'm in Hollywood like, yo, what's up, yay? Gotta do the thing forever. And me and my crew, we gonna get this money together. I ain't really ever been through the stress without my vest or somebody to test. God, Lord, help me out. I can't even fail. You already know that I do it and do it well like a Mel, L, Cool, J. You already know how I do. Hey, I can't really hear that. Your stories, I can't believe that. You already know how I see it. Yeah, I don't bleed back. Oh, I don't need your feedback. Damn, I can't hear the beat. Shit is hard. The freestyle on the whisper. I tell a nigga, don't talk, nigga, whisper. You better talk that. Better miss her. Nam, I said it wrong, I meant to say it differently. But you already know exactly how I do the misery that I see. And lots of that be faking the jacks and faking who they acts and they raps. Damn, I can't hear the track. This is whack. I can't hear the track. This is whack. I can't hear the. Come on, man. Damn.
I like the fact that she can freestyle, though.
Absolutely.
She can freestyle.
Put on that other beat.
We gotta bring the art of the freestyle back, man.
Oh, come on, man. That's what I'm about to do. I'm waving the flag. That's a war I'm fighting. I'm fighting the war to keep hip hop music alive. I'm fighting the war to keep on track spitting that high shit. I'm fighting a war to make people buy hip hop music again. Word. That's for real. Like, that's like one of my biggest messages to y'all is like, stop helping our genre go extinct. Like, do quality music and sell it. Like, what are you doing? How are you gonna make money? Like, it's so many people behind the scenes that's not getting their publishing checks the way they used to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all want free mixtapes. Like, I can't pay my bills with your appreciation, and neither can my producers or my engineers who are basically dying out there. Like, yeah, I'm an artist. I will go on tour, absolutely. But what about my producers? I want them to come back in the studio and be happy to see me. I'm glowed up. They just in there looking like... And you can't give nobody money because that's just not the way the world works. So I really need y'all to go buy that Dedicated 2 album, rate and review it, support my cause. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's all of that, you know? I need another beat though. Give me that. Give me the other beat that I said. What was that? No Role Models?
You want no role models?
Yeah, why not? I'm going to try to rap over this whisper style. When I come back, though, we're going to have it live. We're going to have Angela Yee up in here.
Say, this is what
you know
I
what I'm saying? We're going to have it live. I would like to thank y'all for coming through and watching the show. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate being here with UC.
I'm typing in Tish Hyman.
Envy. Tish?
Yeah.
Hyman? I should be there. Yeah. If you're looking for me, you know I'ma be there. If you're hitting iTunes, you're gonna see me there. Better hit the buy button. I ain't frontin', cause my producer didn't produce them tracks and engineer for nothing. Goddamn. And I ain't telling no jokes. And I was in the hood, I was so broke. I smoked a couple blunts, I am so yoked evenly. I know you see it's me, and I can't believe that I'm on the Breakfast Club right now. I'm up in here and this all love right now. Joey Dollars just followed me on the motherfucking Twitter, yeah. New every day trying to follow. You already know getting money is the motto. And I ain't never been a hoe, but I tell a hoe you better swallow. You gotta do exactly what you wanna do. I do it in back or in front of you. I never been the type to lose, always been a winner. Yeah, my not a pretender. And most of you pretender, be somebody that you're not. Talk about drugs and ain't never been to the spot. Talk about the cops and you ain't never been shot or bust a shot. Stop. Goddamn, just keep it real. I'm trying to get a meal. I'm trying to climb up that hill and look down on you. I ain't trying to clown around on you. I'm tired of the coons jumping on stage looking like some baboons, some buffoons. And I ain't even shouting subliminals. Nigga, I'm direct. You can see me, I'm up on my set. You already know exactly what the project is. It's dedicated to. And if I didn't make it through this game, then it's gotta be a miracle. But it's some other that I could do. It's a couple businesses that I could run. And I remember when I was on the block making runs and no longer holding guns with the nah. Never been that type of chick. Always been the chick that the with. Always been the chick that roll with the gangs, but never been a part of the gang. I do my thing, been a leader ever since my name was Tisha. I was smoking on $5 nicks of the reefer, keeping mad awkward when the come through in my hood. Man, you better make that quick though. You already know exactly that I got the quick flow. I said you already know 5 times. I guess it's just how it's gonna do, and this is my rhyme, my time, my shine. I'ma get mine, and anybody better meet my deadline. And when you see me being respect in the check, cause you already know what to expect. I'm good. When you see me in the hood, I'm good, I'm good. But my producers need to get paid, so buy that. Stick your pinky in and try that. You can't deny that. BX if you wanna know where I'm at. I'm in Hollywood, had to skip over, cause he might try to run me over. I got to do shit, not Jehovah. Really know how I do it, cause I'm just a soldier. Straight soldiers, hitting straight bulgers, wake a mother up, straight Folgers, you don't even understand. I got a plan, and I'ma tell you exactly who I am, Tish Hyman, and I'm good. I really know I'm good. Rapping over a beat, it ain't that loud, but nigga, I'ma hit the time good, cause I'm good.
Tish Hyman, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Tish
Go to
Hyman.
iTunes.
It's the
Dig,
Breakfast
come
Club.
on.
Dedication 2.
Good morning.
Yes.
If superior hair extensions, clip-ins, and tape-ins are an absolute must, you have to get the #1 rated hair extensions in the world. Her Imports is 100% certified real virgin human hair and trusted by celebrity stylists worldwide. Celebrities swear by our products, and now you can too. We now offer financing for our products at herimports.com for a limited time, or go into one of our convenient locations in your city. We offer 100% Indian temple bundles that will have you looking flawless for years. Visit us online right now at herimports.com.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in